Hello, everyone. It is Clint. Welcome to Sweetcast. I'm looking at the Expendables Go to Hell here. Not that this is really going to be an unboxing video, but I want to unbox it while I talk to you about that Image Comics fiasco. I think it's a fair to call it a fiasco at this point. So don't forget to like and subscribe. That helps the channel out a lot. I've got some really cool stuff coming down the pipeline. I think that'll help a lot of comics creators. But more specifically for fans of this channel and my books, I'm doing a Downcast / Gods and Gears crossover trading card set plus pog set, and yes, it comes with a slammer, so check that out. Just if you're on my mailing list, you're watching my videos, keep an eye out for it. But it's gonna be a bit of a Black Friday kind of sell, and you can buy a lot of the back stuff like extra trading card packs, extra standees I have, things like that. All right, so I'm gonna open this while we're just gonna cut this thing, but I gotta talk about this. So first off, in the video that I made and posted yesterday, I was just kind of looking through the list, and they have a giant list of supporters of the union. And I say union pretty loosely because it almost seems like there's a misunderstanding of what unions are, first off. Second off, it is, well, if we're a union, we have power, therefore we can control, all these other things like social policies and things like that at a company because whatever, we just want the power to control people's livelihood. Even though it's a company we didn't create, we don't run or anything like that, we want more power to control what other people can think or do. So there's perhaps that element of what's going on with this union. There's the other aspect of, let's say you have some actual grievances. Let's say that every day you go to work, and as you are pushing that paper, you're getting paper cuts, there's blood everywhere, they just throw dirt on it or something, there's infections are running rampant. The working conditions are truly horrible. You're working 80 hours a week, so on and so on. People have died there at work. Maybe there's those kind of working conditions, and I am making light of this union. However, I suspect that none of those are true, and that the working conditions there are about as great as you could expect at any really low-level job working for a comic book publisher, for crying out loud. And it's just that the industry is not going to provide you with the cushy job that you were hoping exists. It does not exist, and if it does, it probably exists at Marvel or DC, and it only exists and is held by a few really high-level executives at those companies. That's the just cold reality of comic books. So beyond that, glad I got dog tags. Patch. Stopping. I've got to look at this. Trading card. Very cool. I like that. Another trading card. Very cool. Bookmark. Sylvester Stallone. I really like, that's a Dave Dorman piece right there. We'll get into this as well. I got the Billy Tucci cover. All right. So beyond that, as I was casually looking through the Bleeding Cool article, it mentioned a list of supporters. And what this is the same right side of history argument. And what that is it's trying to make you think that you are in the minority. Whew, that's hot. That's the Billy Tucci cover right there. They're trying to make you believe like there's enough people that think you're doing wrong that maybe they're right. If you get enough people to agree with them, then maybe they are correct and you are wrong. You're doing something naughty. And on that list, they put Nerdette's newsstand. Now, I was taken aback a little bit because I just assume that most people thought this union is pretty laughable, even many people that are pro-union, which I am not personally. Not that it really matters, though, but is this a good idea for Image Comics? Probably not. Is it a good idea in general these days to have a union? In my opinion, probably not. But again, I digress. That's just my opinion. But what was so striking about that is that Nerdette immediately posted, not immediately, but she posted in the comment section that these were lies. Yes, she's pro-union, but no, she never signed her name and lent her support to this particular union. Why is that so distressing? I shouldn't have to say. So let's say that I'm pro comic books. Does that mean that I can have my name put up on Bleeding Cool as one of the supporters of literally any comic book that you could pick off the shelves? No, unless I specifically signed my name and I wanted to be listed publicly as being a supporter, you can't do that. So the question lies, if Nerdette from Nerdette's Newsstand, or Tristan from Nerdette's Newsstand, never signed her name to a petition, how on earth did they jump to the conclusion that she was supportive of this? And if that's the case, how many other names on that list did they put without any permission and without anybody even saying that they actually supported it? So it's really distressing. How can anyone take a union formation very seriously if those are the kind of tactics they're going to use? They're going to pretend and gin up fake support for their cause. How many other names on that list did not belong on that list? That's a question that I have. I'm really interested to know. Oh, I am really, really looking forward to reading this, actually. Really cool. Anyway, I'm going to flip through this a bit. No spoilers. I haven't read any of this, so I don't want to spoil it for myself either. Heck yeah, man. This looks cool. Is that Hitler? All right, look at that. Look at that. Adolf Hitler. We have Mao, Maximilian, Gaius Caligula. There we go. Very cool. Anyway, so as we... very cool stuff. Totally sidetracked. Anyway, my point is, if they're making up fake supporters, if they have to or feel like they should need to make up fake supporters, then is it really a worthy cause? If you have to be dishonest about it, maybe there's a bit of a problem, and it's going to raise the question as to, are you being dishonest about other things, like namely your working conditions? How hard can it be to work at this office job? It's so fake. I really think a lot of this stuff comes up because life is just too easy for people, and so you're going to come up with made up grievances to to complain about and pretend like you're some factory worker from the 1920s, losing limbs and everything, and your company's not going to cover medical bills or even acknowledge that you once lived and worked there. It's like you just got to make other things up. So I'm just going to have to take their word for it because they said so, apparently. Image Comics, I really hope that they either straight up ignore this or honestly fire people that are making up false claims about them. Nerdette called it defamation. I mean, if you think about it, if somebody put me up on a list and said that I was a supporter of this comic book union, or if you went the other direction and said, like, whatever, I don't know, pick some far right wing group, and if you said that Clint is a supporter of them, I would be pretty upset about that. Because if I have not explicitly said that, then why can you print it? Second off is they can send a group of names, but I really wish that Bleeding Cool would have checked that list at all before publishing it. I would also assume, how many names on that list don't belong there? Why are you lying about the conditions or the people that are supporting your cause and expect us all to believe that the work conditions are as bad as you say they are? Anyway, so apologies to Nerdette's Newsstand. I would honestly just looked through the list, saw her name, and was taken aback by seeing it there. And second off, again, I'm not pro-union. I am anti-union for the most part, but that doesn't really matter. That's beside the point. The point is, if somebody is expressing support for your particular union, your cause, then whatever, that's great. They put their name on it. But if you have to make up those associations and make up the support, then I don't know what else to tell you. That's pretty low. Anyway, thanks for watching. Really appreciate you all. I'm going to try to get onto these videos. I've got books still shipping out just for UK backers. I'm just waiting for some of the stupid red tape that I don't even know who's in charge of the EU has put into place. So I'm trying to get all that sorted out so that I'm legal. Beyond that, I've got that Black Friday campaign launching pretty soon, and everything in that will ship really quickly because it's all being produced now. I'm actually expecting it all to arrive this week. So it should be relatively small, but a super fun campaign. It'll be a nice tester. Anyway, thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next video.